good, and they've made some recent changes to Greninja, which has given it a little bit of a buff. I don't know whether it is going to be enough, but I do think Arcade Aces have some sort of plan up their sleeve to really get cooking here from what we're seeing, mate. They must have something in mind to really get that working, because it is a random pick unless you can have a plan for it.
I think there'll be a lot of pressure on Greninja here to put out some big numbers, but here we go into game 1 of the season. We'll see how we get on.
Game 1 of this season. It feels so good to say that. Let's go, chat. We're going to have the Metagross going into that jungle from the get-go over on the side of Arcade Aces. I like that. That is going to be a strong gank if they can get that evoed quite early. The Litwick on the other side is a very slow jungle rotation. I understand why they're doing it, because it is pretty weak in the lane, Robo, but that's a very slow jungle rotation.
Yeah, and over Anlaha, we've got the Magikarp getting a nice early score there. He's going to want to try and get as many points as he can to get that early evolution. Because until then, as you say, he is pretty useless. Blissey's going to be in lane to try and help him stay alive. Looks like he's going to try and get some stacks. Red Meister already on top of him with a Greninja. Blissey just able to get away there.
Yeah, it's going to be a matter of who gets their Evos first in this top lane, chat. It's going to be very, very close, because if that Gyarados becomes Gyarados before they've managed to get enough Evos up here, that is going to snowball. We do see the Metang up here ready to defend against this Chandelure that's just come up into this lane. Who's going to get these birds as they spawn? It's going to be tough, because that Chandelure has some AoE damage, and pretty good AoE damage as well. There we go, Flamethrower coming in, picking up quite a few. Are they able to pick up anybody else? Oh my god, the Metang is doing so much damage. Gyro Ball is cooking right now. The buffs they've made on that Pokemon are incredible. But are they going to pick up Red? They do! The Greninja goes down, Robo. We have a big fish on the field.
And also in the bottom lane, not to forget them, we do have Mamoswine getting a kill on Lupus, who's still stuck as his pre-evolution, getting nice scores in, 2 levels above. Really dominating this lane. Really gonna have to hope this EV Chaos can get the evolution as soon as possible. Looks like he's sharing the jungle with the Metang. Does finally get his evolution. Mew is in the area as well, looking to maybe get some poke damage there on the Traveller. Not too bad. I think it is looking quite comfortable for Anlaha at the moment. What do you think?
It really is, mate. And the thing is, they've got their Mons evolved that they really needed, right? The Mamoswine is probably the only one.
Absolutely deleted by the Gyarados. Sorry to interrupt, but jumped on by Gyarados, doing what he does best. There'll be another jump here. Engaged from the Mamoswine, catching out the Espeon. Can he get away? Oh, Dragon Breath just misses. Oh, now looks like Mamoswine's in trouble here, able to just disengage. Blissey will get some heals out. And yeah, Lupus working his hardest to keep them off the goal, but it might just be a bit too much damage. Gyarados on the back line. Oh, but goes down to Metang. That's a huge kill.
Yeah, no, it really is. The thing is, though, they've managed to get the points in, though, right? So the Gyarados is up and ready to roll. Like, they're causing a lot of damage in this game already, chat. Arcade Aces are on the back foot right now because they need to get their Evos. We need that Metagross up and running. We need that Unite move on the Greninja. It's the only way they're going to stay in this right now.
Yeah, I'm going to guess that Arcade are maybe going to leave the goal objective, which is the smart thing. We do have Greninja level 8, so he's keeping up with Anlaha. They have started to Regieleki. The Gyarados is in the middle. Get rid of that bounce, goes straight on Greninja. He might be able to get away. He does, but the fade goes down as a result. Trevenant has rotated up alongside Espeon to see if they can make something happen.
I love the fact that Gyarados is concentrating on nothing but the squishes. Like, they're not bothered about the tank being there, Robo. They're going to jump over them. They're going to concentrate on the squishes where they can, and it's working for them right now. We do see the Chandelure risking it a little bit, getting quite close to the edge there. Nice side shot coming in to stun them. There pops the Unite move. It isn't enough to take anybody out, though. Greninja serves them in return, pops their own Unite move, but they are so incredibly weak. I think Arcade Aces are going to have to back it up here. It seems as though Anlaha have just rotated up here as a force and absolutely annihilated that lane.
Yeah, I think watch that back in the team fight, the jump with the Gyarados and then Mamoswine coming in and giving the Espeon a lot of trouble. Even one player down, they were able to have full control of that fight. Maybe Arcade need to work on their position a little bit better in the next team fight, but I'm sure they know that themselves.
Yeah, I like what they're doing here, though. Just handle that Lecky, grab the farm whilst you can. There's no need to be throwing away, you know, extra XP with giving them KOs or anything like that. They're just getting all those little yellow dots that they see spawn on their side. They're just in Pac-Man mode. They're going to grab all of those. They're being a bit cheeky here, though. The Metagross trying to get in there and see what they can cause. Look at the rotation from Anlaha here, though, Robo, right? There's 4 of them there. There comes the compute and crash. They put up the Beyblade Stadium. Mew does you their own Unite move in return just to save a massive amount of damage. They picked up 2, though. This is a good position to be in. Psychic Solarair coming out, and they're going to be able to pick up Kree. Really strong fight coming in from Arcade Aces. Are they going to be able to break this goal? It seems like they do want to throw some attention onto it, but Hidden is there with the Blissey. Loopy pushing them out of the way. Fantastic play by Arcade Aces. But here comes the big fish to try and answer themselves.
Yeah, Gary obviously gave the result there. I think he's trying to get a pick on the Espion, but able to get out. And it looks like Arcade are now slowly retreating. Well done, because there is a Reg Ice up. Red Meister is down. He's ready to. Looks like he's waiting to use his ult. He's gone invisible. He might have to get a nice dive on. Beautiful ult. Hits most of the enemy team. Mama Swine is the only one really left. Uses his ult, but goes down as well. Losing trouble. Lupus in fantastic position to catch him out. Stun followed with. Oh, look at that. What a wipe.
That was clean, mate. That was really clean. That Greninja play from Red Meister there was really tasty. I really enjoyed it. Some good CC as well, though, coming in from the Trevenant. We've definitely got to mention that. Loopy played really well, but lined them perfectly up for that Unite move from Greninja.
Yeah, Lucas is doing absolutely fantastic job on the fantastic job on the Trevenant. I mean, this is like I said in the pre-game lobby. He's absolutely fantastic at Pokemon. I've played him quite a few times. He's always where he needs to be. He's able to keep so many Pokemon busy on his home, just hoping that the team can basically act on it. And looks like they're doing much better now. The score does seem to be a bit more closer than what it was. As we go into the Regieleki, looks like a team fight's going to happen. Gyarados jumps his ults. My God, there's a lot going off here.
There really is. It seems like they've taken the opportunity to use their Unite moves whilst they can. They'll get them back for Ray. Everybody's just going to pop them. There's so much damage coming in. Arcade Aces have just come out on top of this fight at the moment. They want to get a rip on that Lecky whilst they get some zoning, but I'm not sure if that's the smart idea. It might be better to let this Lecky go. You're not actually going to gain anything from getting it. They'll just let it in. That top goal is only on 10 points, chat. So I honestly just let this go. Look at the
huge engage there.
Gyarados with huge engages. And as I say, they just want to get on those squishies and get them out of the way. The Espeon was the threat. They have some really good secure, and they've now pushed it out, got some zoning, and secured that Lecky. Yeah,
look at them now. Realistically, they don't think they're too worried. There is lots of farm up for them to take full jungle. I mean, yeah, doing the right thing, leaving a couple of Pokemon on top. Greninja's got to get some nice levels off of this. We've got 30 seconds until the Ray, and that's really, that's going to be the decider, the way things are looking. It's such a close game.
Yeah, 100%, mate. It's a very close game. I like the fact that what they've done there is they've got that Lecky and they've just gone back to grab as much farm as they can. We do have this Reggie spawn in bottom, but I don't think anybody's even going to show their face for that.
Yeah, this sort of stage, I think we're up to 10 seconds left to go. The most important thing is to get the ideal position. Lupus is going to walk into the Gary. That could have been a disaster for either team just then. But yeah, right there. Oh, massive damage there on the Espeon. Needs to get some health back as soon as possible. One of the big strengths of Chandler is the amazing poke potential. And then the Mew beams, yeah. Let's see how both teams want to play this.
It seems like everybody's just trying to work out what they want to do at the moment. They're not quite getting there. We've got some beams coming in from Anlaha. They've got the poke.
Look at Gyarados.
Oh!
Here comes the engage. I'm watching Gyarados from behind. Probably caught the Arcade. Oh, misses his ult, but he's right in the thick of it. Lupus doing his best to keep the Claymore alive. Red is chasing the... oh, nice. Could get a double kill here.
Yeah, they pick up Chandelier, mate. That's the most important one because of the damage that Unite move can pop out. But the difficulty is now they've lost Greninja. They don't have Greninja in this game. Look how close the score is right now, though. Somebody has to do something, chat. There's a T1 up in that top lane that somebody can score in. If you can keep the team here and go for a score on that Espeon, you can take the lead in this game. You don't need to rip the Rayquaza. It is so incredibly close right now.
And it does look like that. It looks like the top lane, we might have a score here. Back cap is a good idea, but it does look like Anlaha are using this opportunity to start bursting down the way. We do have Lupus in the area, who is doing a fantastic job of staying alive against the Gyarados. So it looks like both teams are now coming back to the raid pit. Huge engage from the Gyarados onto the Greninja. Can't let him die again. Nicely stopped by Lupus. Oh, really? Rayquaza's got just less than a quarter left.
So weak. Who's going to get it? Oh my god, it's Anlaha with the secure. I think it was the move. No, it was the Mamoswine, Robo.
Yeah, defenders win. Looks like the Metagross is not going to let the Chandelure get away with it.
That's a Hundo dunk there, though. Hundo Burgers coming in supreme here. That's 3 Hundo Burgers scored from Anlaha. That is going to go to them for the first game. Wow. That was so close, though, Robo.
Well, it was actually, because I think up until that last chunk of health from Rayquaza, the back cap actually put Arcade in the lead. So ripping the raid was really the only option. I don't think they had the time or the positioning to try and get scores of their own. But look how close this game was right up until the last 20 seconds.
Yeah, that was really good, chat. I mean, look at the Metagross damage as well. I called it from the get-go, chat. It is an underrated Pokemon at the moment. It does really well coming into these games, like as an all-rounder, and people kind of forget about it because of the fact that you have to handle a Ceruledge and a Blaziken. Fantastic play from both teams there. It really could have just come down to the last little play. It's just the fact that the secure came from the Mamoswine.
Yeah, and just having a quick look in the chat, we have Gaming Reptile saying Arcade has an outdraft in this instance. I would agree as well. I think the Leafeon is going to be the key here. Just going to be such a menace to get hold of. There's going to be a lot of pressure on the Eldegoss to try and stop the dive.
Yeah, I'm suspecting a Leafeon invade. As you see, the share of the jungle is happening. Swinub is going straight for that invade, and that is not the kind of mon you want to come up against in another jungle because it is a menace. Redmeister is going to get their Evo on that red buff and probably come over themselves. Who's having to back up here on the Glaceon because Luffy is here. It's such a strong lane mon. They've managed to secure the blue buff. Now they're just going to get out of there.
Yeah, very cheeky. It's going to slow down the Glaceon ever so slightly, though it is a level 4 evolution, so it's not too bad. Lupus back in lane. We do already have a Leafeon in the top, which is amazing to see.
I like the fact that they've gone for Solar Blade as well, Robo, because they do have some melee on that team. They've got that Mimikyu that Leafeon struggles with heavily. So I like the Solar Blade because you're going to want to try and get onto that Delphox. Redmeister's going to be able to do that using that Mon and using that moveset.
Yeah, nice early kill there in the Mimikyu, just to kind of put it back a little bit, only just reaching its level 4. Redmeister just helping out some farm there with the XP share. And we're about to get our first set of bees.
Let's see what moveset Pikachu has gone for, chat. That's what I want to know. It is the Mage build set. I love that. That is a huge shout by Chaos. I'm excited to see how much damage they drop at the end of this game. They're in a pretty good position right now, though. Our Arcade Aces, it feels like it's very strong for them coming into this game. As we see Som trying to get an invade onto the jungle here, Redmeister is going to try and shut them down.
Yeah, manages to connect the blade there, but big damage comes from Mimikyu. Not enough, though. Lucas coming in at the right time to get the kill. Yeah, well played. Position this is looking like a very good start to Arcade.
I love the fact that Lucas responded instantly to that jungle invade there, chat. It really worked. It meant that they didn't get any KOs over on the side of Anlaha, and they were able to stop that coming in. The difficulty that Arcade Aces are now going to have is that Delphox has evolved, and Glaceon is not far from their next power spike at level 6. That's when Glaceon becomes a true threat.
Yeah, huge engage there from Lucas, trying to get right on top of that. Delphox were able to get away. Oh, but we have a bit of trouble here with the Pikachu. Might be caught out with the Trevenant. Okay, looks like he pulls off. Glaceon's here as well. It's going to be a 4v2 in the bot lane, and it looks like Arcade are going to rotate down with the Leafeon and the Clefable. So we will probably expect to see another big fight here in the bot lane.
Yeah, they just need to hold up this goal whilst people rotate down. Here comes the Clefable, so they've got the healing there for that pad as well. These next set of birds are going to spawn. Let's see who manages to grab them. We do have that Delphox there. Are they going to be using the Fire Spin once they get that move up and running? I suspect so, but wow, Zern with the gravity to stop anything pushing their own team there. They managed to secure quite a bit of the farm as well. The big bird does go to the side of Anlaha, so they have got a nice bit of XP from it. But honestly, this game is feeling like Arcade Aces have come out to answer.
Yeah, but as you said before, let's not forget that Delphox has now come online, so we can expect to see some massive CC Nice keeping Lupus at bay there, combined with the Trevenant Woodhammer. They're absolutely ripping through his Registeel, and they've secured it with the Glaceon. Lupus still in the mix, but I think he might go down. Yep, to Glaceon there. Oh wow, just, everyone's dying. What the hell's going on?
I can't believe how close that that tree was to survive in that. But this is the difficulty you've got, right? Because that Glaceon has picked the moveset where it just shotguns anything in front of it. So you're in a really difficult situation, because whilst you're in a fire spin, what are you going to do? You can't get out of the range of that Glaceon, and it drops a huge amount of damage.
Yeah, realistically, it's all going to be coming down to Leafeon getting them to either Glaceon or Delphox, both viable targets, realistically getting both of them here. We've got a nice kill pick up on the Trevenant. Looks like they're going to want to try and get this Regilecki after scoring and breaking tier 1, which they have done.
Interesting they didn't go for the overcap there though, Robo. They just wanted to break it as soon as they can. I mean, to be fair, Redmeister is on that Leafeon. They may have been trying to get one of their final few stacks.
Yeah, there's that, and some, I don't know, maybe they didn't feel like they had the time, not having obviously the awareness we do, now to see where everyone else. Delphox is in the bot lane right now, yeah, just farming away. That's all he needs to do right now. Just get his levels. Lupus has come down though.
Nice 10 spot from Lupus, but Lupus needs to get evolved like ASAP, Robo, right? He's currently level 8. We're about to hit 5 minutes into this. Oh my god, Compute and Crash coming out, but the eject button, the passive from the Glaceon, just saved them from actually getting trapped in that, and they secure the Clefable. In the meantime, here comes the Mimikyu, wanting to play rough with Redmeister on the Leafeon, and with that, they get the secure.
Yeah, I'm just watching this. He's got that Metagross stayed alive for a very long time, giving the Glaceon a lot of trouble back there. Didn't even need the Espeon in that fight. He is just chilling in the top lane right now. But yeah, as it stands, we're looking very even in that 5-minute mark. Teams are just collecting all the yellow dots they can. Pikachu is guarding the bottom lane, and we look like we're going to get a little score in the top lane just to start chipping away at that goal. Might even see a break here. Yep, there it goes.
Yeah, in the meantime, Kriagen's just trying to defend this Regice because everybody from Arcade Aces is here. They want it. Kriagen doing a fantastic job to zone them out. They have managed to keep quite a bit of time. It looks like the Regice is going to go down to Arcade Aces, though. There comes the Unite move from Pikachu. There's the fanciful fireworks from the Delphox. That's going to buy some zoning, buy some space for them. But, oh my god, Redmeister really cheeky to try and get the secure. But that Glaceon, that shotgun coming in from the Glaceon is doing so much damage against Arcade Aces here, Robo.
Yeah, I think that's going to be always going to be the problem. The Leafeon can realistically only kill one of the ADCs one at a time. So, you know, you dive on the Delphox, the Glaceon's could be a problem. Dive on the Glaceon, Delphox could be a problem. So really, you're going to have to try and time your engages with this Metagross and hope that you can both get in at the same time, and hope the Mamoswine can just hold the rest of the team fight, you know, at bay.
Yeah, 100%. Well, we do have a Lecky here, so are they going to go for it? It does look like they want to get themselves in there. Nobody else is here right now. It's just Arcade Aces. Let's see if they want to try and come and get a skull from a steal, sorry, from the Eldegoss. But look at the zoning coming in from Lupe. It doesn't seem like that's going to work for them.
Yeah, I think comfortably went to Arcade there. They had all the positioning. They got there early, and they've done really well for the objectives in this game. Bar the first one, which they did lose. Yep, they did lose the first one. Oh, nice damage coming out from the Delphox. Huge ult come down for the Pikachu though, trying to zone off the Glaceon. Leaf. Oh, the camera's really silly, sorry about that. Eldegoss nearly going down, but it looks like Lupus does bite the dust. Can Metagross get out of there? It looks like the tables have turned a little bit. They're chasing down Arcade. Might be able to get a couple of kills here. Huge CC coming from the tree on top of the Clefable now, and they're just going down.
Yeah. Unfortunately, really good team fight from Anlaha there, though. It is still quite close, though. We're 40 seconds away from Rayquaza, and there's only really like 100 points in this game right now.
Big damage coming from everyone. There's so much going on. It's really hard to kind of keep up with it. But I think right now the teams do need to try and just get their life back on their Pokemon and start thinking about positioning. Try not to give away any unnecessary deaths just for the sake of the time. Arcade did just come out on top of that last engagement, and they're going to get any last minute farm they can. We are 15 seconds to the Ray fight.
15 seconds. Let's get set up, Arcade Aces. They seem like they want to get themselves in a position where they can fight this. Anlaha are doing exactly the same, but look at the level difference. So 14 on the Glaceon, as we mentioned, it is pretty strong right now. 13 on the Delphox is that kind of threat level that you don't want to be dealing with coming into this Rayquaza fight. Arcade Aces need to make a decision here, chat. Do they want to go for the rip? Do they want to go for the team fight? They really need to get some Unite moves popped out to be able to stop the CC. Usu trying to go in on Chaos on the Pikachu there. They pop their Unite move. Emerald two-step and the Solar Blade takes out Glaceon. But in the meantime, we have it all happening on the left-hand side of the Rayquaza. They have managed to pick up Mamoswine, the Clefable. Leafeon's gone down. It's just a Metagross for Arcade Aces right now.
Yeah, and so unlucky for Arcade because that was a 5v4 for the most of it. We didn't see Mimikyu join the fight until at least 30 seconds past the Rayquaza spawned in. Metagross does go down as well. I think he's just trying to buy some time while his team does respawn, and here they come. Trevenant taking an aggressive position in the bushes to slow down him when coming in. I think they might even know now. All they need to do is defend the Ray. They don't need to rip it and just kill him one at a time. But we do have Chaos in the top, going for a score. Interrupted though by the Glaceon. I think he will be punished for it.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to be able to get away there, unfortunately. The damage that Glaceon does is just crazy. It's interesting because it is the fact that here they've had a fantastic team fight of Anlaha at that Rayquaza fight, and it didn't feel like they were going to because the Mimikyu wasn't quite there, but it seems like there was so much importance put onto taking out the Glaceon that had dived onto the Pikachu. I mean, it took 2 Unite moves to take it down there, Robo. It just meant that all the other fighting that was going on, they didn't have the damage there to back it up.
Yeah, you know what we were saying, what I was saying at the beginning of this game, Arcade, I think might have had the stronger draft, but honestly, thinking about it now, not being able to reliably kill and get onto play Glaceon and the Delphox is maybe the big difference of well, the winning and the losing. We're going to get some last minute scoring here, although they have won. Remember, points scored do all count in this league because if there was ever a case of a tiebreaker, it does come down to points scored, like goal difference essentially.
Yeah, exactly. So you want to score as many points as you possibly can, which, you know, is exactly what they've tried to do there. So, yeah, I mean, I tell you what, though, it was quite a close set considering. I honestly felt like either of those games could have gone whoever managed to have a better Rayquaza fight, realistically. But no, you're absolutely right. As we were saying, that Glaceon was so tough for them to handle. You pair that with the CC that was coming in from the Delphox, it was actually a really good comp that they managed to get rocking with, did Anlaha. But Arcade Aces had one hell of a fight. It's just one of those situations where the Rayquaza fight was the most important section of the game yet again. Yeah,
I'd say for the first 2.5 minutes, 3 minutes of the game, I'd say Arcade was really comfortably in the lead there in terms of how they were laning. Red doing a fantastic job ganking that top lane and just being a menace to the Mimikyu and the Eldegoss. But looking at the stats and the numbers here, a very calm and cool 90k from the Glaceon and the Delphox. Not a surprise at all, the amount of damage they were throwing out. Chaos a respectable 71 as well as Red on 60, was that 68? Tanking numbers good all round, especially Clefable 83k, which I suppose you'd expect with the self-healing, but a good game from everyone. It's going to be a very scary game for the Inteleon because he's going to have a lot of people diving on top of him and the Espeon, to be honest. So a lot of pressure on, as you say, Crustle and maybe even Blaziken with the CC.
And the thing is that Inteleon is probably going to go Snipe Shot. That's going to be their poke that they're going to have. If the Speedsters can stop that Inteleon from getting those Snipe Shots off, that could end up being game chat because they really do a huge amount of damage, does Snipe Shot. It looks like we're having a share of the jungle here. I love it when teams do this. Try and get as much of this XP shared out between your team as soon as possible. So many pro teams are doing it right now.
Yeah, just go back and what you're saying about the Inteleon, the Snipe Shot doing the massive damage. It always makes you wonder, when you're playing the game, do you always go for the stronger moveset, which is going to be probably Snipe Shot for Inteleon, or do you go for, right, so the enemy team have 3 Pokemon that can dive on top of me, should I maybe take a bit more of a smart move, which is pew 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 pew, what the hell, what's that?
Liquidation.
Thank you. It shows up.
I'm calling it pew 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 for the rest of my life.
You know, when you do liquidation, you are sitting target for them a few seconds. At least with liquidation, you can move around a little bit.
Yeah, I suspect it will be the Snipe Shot. I think because they're going to try and use the Fell Stinger. I think it's just Well, there has been some recent changes to liquidation. I think they're just on the PTS right now, but it is broken. We've seen Chris Heroes dropping 25 KOs a game on it. It is really broken. It's not in this game right now, but the snipe shot is just going to offer so much damage. Let's see if they can get cooking on it. In the meantime, Zororark has managed to get cooking in this bottom lane. They've scored some stacks. They're in a pretty strong position. Chaos is trying to do the best that they can to defend this goal, but it's so hard when you're such a squishy mon.
Nice kill. Sorry, in the top lane, the Inteleon managed to judge where the Lucario was going to go through the jungle and just able to pick up the kill with a comfey on top of him. So well played from the Inteleon.
Oh, so we're hearing from Mano in the chat that the liquidation buff is currently in this game, so we may actually see liquidation coming out from McKean. Let's wait and see, because it is pretty strong from what I've been seeing.
Do you mean liquidation or do you mean pew pew pew?
Pew pew pew.
Oh. Looks like we do have a jungle invade here. The Zororark wants to avenge the Lucario getting killed on the Inteleon, but he just manages to get out. It's going to be a kill on the Eldos. No, he just gets away. Oh, that's it.
This is the difficulty of this comp that they've got, though, over on the side of Anlaha chat. It is a comp that can snowball and snowball well. You have a comfey on a Zororark, as well as Leafeon being there. You know, Trevenant, the best defender in the game, to be honest, at the moment, is up there. Pretty strong CC. There's not a lot that you can do when you're getting snowballed against in the moment with the KOs. They are still staying in it with the scores. There's the liquidation. That's what we like to see. They just need to get some secures on some farm and some KOs here.
Yeah, going with the pew pew pew, doing massive damage to the Trevenant and the Zororark. But, turns around really quickly. With the comfey on him, just giving him that extra bit of life he needs with the heals. And unfortunately, we're not able to finish the kill off. Trevenant is back, though, doing a great job of zoning. Looks like Zororark wants to get the engage. Red Mice comes in behind with the KFC, manages to do huge damage and finish off the Trevenant. That's massive.
That's really strong. This Blaziken is going to be the core of this team right now. They really need to play off the Blaziken and the way their Unite moves work. McKean is not too far away from the Unite move for the Inteleon, but look at this. Osu is ready to disrupt every single person scoring. The boosted coming in. There comes the Unite move. Goodbye to the Blaziken, and without that Blaziken being there, they're struck. But Chaos with a massive Psychic Solaire to deal with that Zororark. So now it's just a Trevenant and a comfey defending the goal row. I say just, could it be a tankier mon with a comfey on it?
Yeah, but what we probably should have pointed out the entire time that 5v4, because Lucario was in the top lane getting all the value and the stacks he needed. He also managed to invade the jungle, dropping the ult. He wants to try and 1v1 this Blaziken. Oh, they're just dancing around with each other. Just dodges first one back, and nicely done by Red Meister there.
Yeah, it's going to be the fact that these individual players need to win their 1v1s. Like, Blaziken's going to need to win the 1v1 against the Lucario as much as possible. That's what's going to be so important for this game. But this Zororark at the moment is having an absolute time of its life. Just going in with those boosted, going in with the combos, and just picking up anybody that they want to show interest to.
Yeah, he's not scared to go in and dive in deep behind the tier 1 goal, even with half himself, but having that comfey does really give him the confidence he needs. Oh, but might be able to catch out the Inteleon there, just caught behind Zero, but he looks like he's going to take the score instead, break the 2 tier 1s in the space of 30 seconds, nicely done, and disengaging. But the KFC chicken wants to really chase after him, picks up the kill on Lucario, and it looks like him and Leafeon do get out to their goal.
Ooh, it's difficult here because you do want to get rid of that Zororark before you start with the Rip, but they're not able to do so. It does seem like it's just speeds to heaven over on the side of Anlaha at the moment. Look at the damage they've come in. McKean is going to go down. The Speedsters are ruling this game right now.
Yeah, I'm not really sure what the answer to the Speedsters is going to be. Realistically, I think Lucas will have a hard time kind of trying to zone all these Pokemon when they can just die faster with ease, to be honest. So it's going to be a lot of pressure on Red Mice here, seeing as he's going to be... Oh no, delete there, unfortunately.
Tough one, real tough one, because Blaziken is really strong, but the damage that gets brought out by a Leafeon and the Zororark, it's so much burst. It's incredibly hard to deal with. We have seen the Unite move from Inteleon in the bottom lane, but the Trevenant has still managed to secure them. A big boink on the head, and they're back to the Pokemon Center.
Yeah, unfortunately, we do still have a level 9 cross-sword. He has got access to his ult, his Unite move, but he does need to try and catch up a little bit on levels. So does the Eldegoss. We do see a big difference in levels. We've got 2 12s, 2 10s and 11s versus a 12, 11, 10 and 2 9s.
Yeah, struggling a bit at the moment are Arcade Aces. I think the comp that has been drafted by Anlaha has really worked to their specialties. These speedsters are just running rammock. They've managed to cause so much chaos. Eventually, they have decided to get away from the Leafeon and try and go for the Regice, but Leafeon is just going to keep that pressure on. That 50 dunk is going to go in. They need to get something out of this bottom lane at the moment because it's all going to the side of Anlaha, and they secure the Regice. Well done, Redmeister.
Yeah, and picks up a kill in the Trevenant as well. Unfortunately, Lupus does go down, but probably the best sort of engagement you can expect. But you're right, these two speedsters are just having the game of their lives, really. Oh, Lucario drops a nice ult, and Reddy's going down to Lucario, and the Eldegoss goes down to Zororark. Nicely played.
20 seconds until this Lecky spawns in the top lane, chat. It does seem like Anlaha are going to go and show their face for it. They could wait until it gets closer to the 2-minute mark to really utilize it. Emerald 2-step coming out from Leafeon there. They are going to be able to get that back with a nice little bit of farming. So I liked the opportunity that they were going to try and go for on the Espeon, but Chaos saw it quite well. They backed up onto the goal. They weren't able to get anything out of that.
Yeah, I think Arcade sort of realising the time of the game. Oh no, caught out unlucky. They really should try and do some farming. I know there's not much left of it. It's probably the best thing for them to do right now is avoid fights as much as they can, because at this stage they are just feeding levels now.
Yeah, and the difficulty is, look at this Zororark. There's 3 of them there, Robo. They can't do anything. You've got an Eldegoss and a Crustle and an Espeon, but they're still concentrating on the Zororark. But that is a huge pickup by McKean. That Zororark not being there for the 2-minute mark. They do have a little bit, like 5 seconds or so, when this Rayquaza spawns. They really need to capitalize on that to the Arcade Aces.
Yeah, we do actually have a Regigo in the top lane. Lucario he's teasing around the bottom, so we could try and do a backdoor right now, full control. But we do have a fight in the race. Already started. Eldegoss and Lupus on the cross-sword starting to fight. We've got an ult coming from Chaos. Chaos, it does go off just before he dies. Oh, Arcade may be able to turn this round now.
They need to capitalize on it. Here comes the Zororark, though. That's the 1-1 you don't want to see. Really good pickup by Loopy there to detect that and block it away with the X's. And McKean may possibly go down here. Oh my god, Trevenant with a massive Woodhammer stopping anybody from being able to escape. Without that Inteleon Unite move, that's going to be game over. Unfortunate for Arcade Aces because Anlaha have answered straight away.
Yeah, we've got the 50 going in the back. I realised they don't need the raid. Chaos has hit it, but I think he realises it's just going to be back catch at this stage of the game now. Nice smart score in there, letting the 17 go in the tier 2 in the top lane, followed by the 50, and they're out. But Chaos doing the smart thing and scoring, because remember, every point does count in this league. If it comes down to a tiebreaker, it's going to be decided on goal difference, and definitely worth scoring. It looks like the speedsters are just having a bit of fun now.
Yeah, I mean, why not? I'm excited to see the damage numbers at the end of this game, chat. The thing is, for EU, a comfey on top of a Zororark is just ridiculously broken. So many teams struggle to deal with it because it can snowball so easily. You don't have enough damage to take out a Zororark with a comfey on it. As soon as you get it weak, it just heals it back up to full health and you've used all your moves.
Lucario, a bit of taunting there in the goal. Chaos wants nothing to do with it. He's trying to take him out, but unfortunately he does go down. Yeah, I'm probably expecting Leafeon and Zororark to have both over 100k this game.
Yeah, me too, mate. Me too. The speedsters really did rule this. It was tough. We saw Loopy do some really good CC to try and stop the speedsters, but when you've got that comfey on it, it doesn't matter how much you CC them, how much damage you put onto them, because you're not going to do enough to KO that before the comfey can heal it. So, as well as the fact that you also have to deal with the other speedster coming in dropping that damage. Really well played by Anlaha. Arcade Aces did a fantastic job to try and stay into that, but again, the Rayquaza fight is the thing that decides the game, and that Zororark managed to come back to clean it up.
Yeah, I think after that second game, I think they thought, oh, Arcade's here to play Anlaha. We think we need to come out of a really strong comp, and you know it did, and it worked so well. 820 points to them, could have actually been more with scoring at the end. Let's have a quick look at his damage. 141k coming out of the Zororark. 66 coming from the Leafeon and the Lucario. I thought it might be a little bit high there. A very nice 88 coming from Redmeister. He would land some amazing combos there.
Look at the comfey healing there.
Wait. Oh my god, nearly 100k. that's just because he's sitting. Yeah, that is comfy.
Just on a comfey like that. That's impressive healing numbers for a comfey.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, impressive for any sport, but a comfy, yeah, that's insane. Very well.
That's crazy. Wow. That clearly highlights though how that game went. Realistically, 30 assists on the comfey. The comfey Zororark were really ruling that game, and to be honest, so many teams in EU chat struggle handling a comfey Zororark. They really do, and it's kind of just highlighted it there. Arcade Aces are one of them. There's so many teams that are exactly the same. It's tough to deal with.